grew to love her on Full House and Fuller House. Now, Jodie Sweetin is taking on a dramatic role in the Lifetime movie Dateless to Dangerous. Let's take a look.
Miles, I have tried taking a light touch with this. All right, but you are isolating yourself? You're talking back? You never used to do that. And your face? Did you do that to yourself? Yeah, Miles, hurting yourself is not heroic. Just, can you please tell me what's going on?
And Jodie joins us now. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
So many people know you as one of America's favorite TV daughters. Now, what's it like to shift playing the mom?
You know what? It was actually, I enjoyed it very much so. You know, I have two daughters that are 17 and almost 15, and I never get to play like a mom of teenagers. So I was like, finally, I just, something I'm familiar with. But no, it was great to get to do something so different.
And this movie has a pretty serious message. We saw you, that's your son that you're talking to in the movie. What do you hope viewers will take from this?
Well, I hope that what viewers take from this is a better understanding of sort of the radicalization that's going on online, particularly with young men, but just in every corner of the internet, in gaming communities, TikTok, all this stuff. We're finding out more and more that, kids are being sucked into these really harmful and particularly, misogynistic areas on the web. And it's just, I hope that people are paying attention and, that parents are starting to notice this stuff and these changes because it's really worrying.
It's so important.
Yeah.
Young people need strong influences now more than ever. And speaking of influences, you were a child actor, and now you play a mom on in this project, and you had kids in the show. Did you give them advice on how to manage all of this?
The one thing I always tell young people and young actors is like, do this because you love it, and if you ever stop loving it, like, take a break. It's okay. This business isn't everything I had walked away at one point and worked in drug and alcohol treatment. I'm director of operations and sort of did a whole different thing. And it gave me such an interesting perspective then when I got to come back, of having sort of real life. And I think when you grow up in this business, it's important to understand what real life really is.
And you grew up really in this business. You started on Full House when you were just 5 years old.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you missed out on a childhood?
It was interesting. Full House was such an anomaly of a set, and our producers were so willing to work with us and our families and our parents. So I went to school in the mornings to a public school in Orange County where I grew up, and we had a 4-day work week starting in the second season. And so Mondays I would be at school all day, Tuesdays and Wednesdays until lunchtime, and then go to set. And then 2 days a week I was tutored on set. And so I had normal friends that weren't in the business, that didn't, I lived in an area that wasn't LA, Hollywood. I just had a normal life. So I didn't really miss out on a childhood, I don't think. And my parents were incredibly instrumental in that.
Good. That's hugely important to be able to.
You can do, but it is possible to do both in this business. I think it's a lot of responsibility, but if you have really great family and people around
Parents,
you,
certainly.
Good support system. Absolutely.
Was that part of the reason why you wanted to do this film, to sort of address the messages from a life that you understand a little bit?
This movie was really important to me. When I read the script, we've read so much about it in the news lately, these incel communities, these young men who are really struggling with connection. I mean, young people across the board, but young men in particular, really feeling isolated, lonely, angry right now. And when you combine that with algorithms and people online who profit from chaos, it really can affect the trajectory of a young person's life. So that was really important to me, was let's bring awareness to this and start talking about it, start talking about our young people that are in trouble, that need help and connection.
It's fascinating and so important. I wish we could talk about it more.
I
We do
know.
have to say
I
goodbye, and thank you so much.
Absolutely,
A really
my pleasure.
worthwhile message.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We appreciate you.
Hope people enjoy the movie.
I'm sure they will. And you can see Dateless to Dangerous on Saturday when it premieres on Lifetime.